Welcome to the prehistoric chat room where the original emojis were crude paintings and the messages were delivered by the sheer force of a grunt. This was the birth of communication, a necessity that would take us from cave walls to chat rooms, telegraphs to tweets. Our ancestors had it rough. Limited vocabulary, no Wi-Fi, and certainly no autocorrect. But they managed. Through storytelling, cave paintings, and yes, even the occasional smoke signal, they created the first networks. Slow, unreliable networks, but networks nonetheless. Smoke signals were basically the prehistoric versions of read receipts, but with a much higher chance of getting lost in the wind. As societies advanced, so did their communication. The invention of the postal system was a game changer. Though let's be honest, the speed is about as fast as a snail with a coffee break. The Romans perfected it, the Persians admired it, and everyone else wondered when their mail would arrive. But hey, it was still better than trying to decipher smoke signals. Then came the telegraph. Morse code was like texting for the 19th century, but only if you were fluent in dots and dashes. The telephone were followed soon after, and finally, we could hear the voice of a loved one miles away. Of course, you had to shout loud enough for the whole neighborhood to hear, but it was a start. Next came the golden age of radio and television. Mass communication was no longer just for kings and emperors. It was for everyone. You could now share a laugh with your neighbor about the latest radio show or discuss the most recent TV drama. It was the first time the world really felt connected, even if it was just to argue about who shot JR. And then the digital age dawned. Emails were like sending letters, but faster, unless you were on a dial-up, in which case you had time to make a cup of coffee while it sent. The World Wide Web connected people like never before. It was like the Wild West of communication. New, exciting, and a little bit dangerous. Today, we have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to communication tools. Social media lets us connect, share, and overshare all in real time. And text messages, remember when we had to hit the 7 key 4 times to type an S?
Stop it.
Now, we have
Get some help.
autocorrect, which is great, except when it's not. Who knew that the journey from smoke signals to TikTok dances would be so bizarre? We've come a long way from grunting in caves to sending GIFs in milliseconds. Our methods have changed, but the goal remains the same: to connect, to share, to be understood. So the next time you send an emoji, just remember you're carrying on a tradition that's been millions of years in the making, and that's something worth lolling about.